Hi and welcome to another video update of Dividends Daily, the channel that shows you the progress of a dividend growth portfolio. We have a lot to catch up on, so in this episode, among other things, I will be covering the update on the Duke dividend that was taxed twice. Check the previous episode in case you don't know what I'm talking about. The weird heads-up email that many Revolut users, including me, have received recently. I will go a bit over that as well. The total dividends made in September. That means also total dividends for complete Q3 of 2021. The dividends made so far in October. And I will also be sharing upcoming ex-dividend dates for some of my holdings, and much more. But before all of that happens, I have a small task for some of you. I want you to make sure that there is a D at the end of the channel subscribe button. And in case you want to go the extra mile, click that bell icon for the love of God dividends. As the title gave it away, this video marks many important milestones. It marks 1.5 years since I started my first ever dividend portfolio. 1.5 years since I started to believe in passive income. It marks half a year since I started this channel. Half a year since that first episode came out, with my portfolio at the time having just crossed the $10,000 in value. Fast forward to this one, having crossed the $15,000. During this whole time, my portfolio value has fluctuated a lot, sometimes up and sometimes down, but there is one thing that has been going only one direction, and that is the dividend income. That is exactly why I wanted to document this journey, and I wish I had done so from the very beginning, back in March 2020, when my total portfolio value was at around $200. To show you, the viewer, how a steady monthly contribution can end up transforming the income from a dividend portfolio. I can't help but dream forward to how the portfolio could look like in the next 1.5 years from now. I guess we'll be around to find out. Now, in case you are watching this video in April 2023, then you already have the answer to that question. This video is a great opportunity for me to do a complete portfolio breakdown and show you what I mean when I say that you must be in control of your money. What goes in, out, gains, losses, fees, dividends, taxes, etc. But let's start with the portfolio updates. Looking at my current portfolio value, as of the recording date, Sunday the 10th of October 2021, it sits at $15,744. Out of that, 18.53% is unrealized gains at $2,461. Quick look at past performance. Last Friday ended up negative, minus $29. For the past week, in the green by $160. For the past month, slightly up by $28. And for the past 6 months, up by $493. In this screen, you can see the companies that have paid me dividends for the month of September and the amounts received, sorted from biggest to smallest. Before I show you the total dividends made, let me update you on the Duke dividend from the previous episode. As you already know, I found out that I was taxed twice on that dividend received, and after contacting Revolut about it, they have now returned the overtaxed amount. Thumbs up to their customer support, thumbs down to their algorithm that made the mistake in the first place. I have now corrected the amount in my spreadsheet to $1. And that brings the total dividends made in September 2021 minus the custody fee at $36.35. Moving on to October dividends. October had a great start, as if we remove the 2 weekends, in only 6 days I have made so far a total of $28.18. This might be the month where I break the $40 milestone for the first time. Let's see. The total amount of dividends made so far for 2021 is $337.90. Only $42 away from my prediction. What do you think the end number for 2021 will be? Any good guesses out there? Let me know in the comments. Moving to the progress graphs, the reason why I believe the quarter progress graph is the most relevant of them all is because most of the companies pay dividends quarterly. That means that you need at least 3 months to complete a full cycle where all holdings have paid their dividends. What was very surprising for me to notice now that Q3 is over is the steady increase I had in each quarter of 2021 by $10. I went from 93 to 103 to $113, and if that precision is to continue, then I should expect Q4 to end up with $123 in total. But I highly doubt that the increase will be exactly $10 once more. Very curious to find out. Let me now take you step by step through the breakdown of my portfolio numbers from the beginning up to now. At the very top, I have the total money funded so far into the portfolio. That means all the money that got into the investment account minus any withdrawn money. And that is $12,799. Moving down, we have all the fees paid from the funded money, such as total custody fees paid, $9.93. Total commission fees paid $50.87 for the transactions I made before I bought Revolut's metal plan, which allows me to do unlimited free transactions. So the total fees so far $60.8. Moving further down, we have the total money invested, which is basically the total funded minus the total fees. So $12,738 is my own invested money up to today. Then next is the current portfolio value as of the 10th of October 2021, which sits at $15,744.55. Then in the next table are all the gains, such as total realized gains from stocks I've sold at $74.77, the total dividends made so far after all taxes at $404.42, and also the unrealized gains as of the recording date at $2,461.76. That gives a total profit of $2,940.95. Then next, I have to remove from that, of course, the cost of the yearly metal plan, which I have renewed this August for the second time, so minus $320. Then to conclude the evaluation of my investing journey for this 1.5 years that I'm doing it, the net unrealized profit now minus the metal plan cost sits at $2,620.95, which if we compare it to the total money funded, it gives a total performance of 20.48%, which I consider it a great return for such a period. Then the most important thing I saved for last, this portfolio, or I should call it this money maker, is currently paying me $35 a month on average for 2021 so far and growing. What I want you to keep out of this example is that you should be paying attention to the numbers. Being in control of them might make the difference between making or losing money in the long term. So there is this email that Revolut sent out to many users on the 8th of October. You probably have received it as well, and it goes like this. We're going to need some information. The document number we currently have from when you open your Revolut trading account seems to be incorrect. We will reach out to you soon requesting that you give us an updated document number. You don't need to do anything now. This is just a heads up that we'll be asking you for this information. It's important that you provide this information as soon as possible when you get our follow-up message. If we don't get the correct document number, your account may be restricted. Thanks, Team Revolut. Come on, Team Revolut, you can do much better than this. Creating so many questions to a huge number of customers on a Friday evening is definitely not the way to do it. And don't get me wrong, Revolut is a fast-growing banking app, and as such, they have every right to ask for personal documents. But what is wrong in this case is the randomness of this email. It is referring to a document number without naming the specific document. It says, you don't need to do anything now. Okay, then why bother sending it in the first place? And then the last part, if we don't get the correct document number, your account may be restricted. That's not customer friendly at all. They should know that when there is money involved and an alert like this one is sent out, people may take irrational decisions which otherwise they wouldn't. Try having a look on Reddit. To conclude, I see this as an unprofessional way of notifying customers, and I will wait to see what type of document could justify such an alert. In this screen, you can see some of the companies I'm holding that will have their ex-dividend date on week 41 and 42 of 2021, as well as their yield and their estimated pay dates adjusted for Revolut app. Important to mention here that yield fluctuates daily depending on the stock price. The later you watch the video from upload time, the more it might differ. And just a reminder from episode 11, when the stock price goes up, yield percentage goes down, and the opposite, when the stock price falls, the yield percentage goes up. A simple way I use to look at the yield, since fractional investing is a possibility, $100 invested, for example, in AbbVie at 4.88% yield will bring in $4.88 a year before the taxes. That means $200 will bring in twice that amount, meaning $9.76 in dividends a year or 80 cents a month on average, and so on. For this month I have done below 3 moves. I started a new position in Intel, $270 bought me 5 shares of Intel at $53.6 a share. I also started a new position in Amgen, $150 bought me 0.7 shares at $212 a share. And with the remaining $80, I increased my position in 3M, which I considered to be undervalued as long as the share price remains under $200. In this table, you can see some of the key factors why I bought into the companies mentioned, for those of you who might be interested. Remember that data shown is relevant to the time I bought into the companies. You must always look up current data prior to buying into a company. Closing the episode, welcome to all the new subscribers. I couldn't be more pleased with the channel's organic growth. We are approaching 200 potential investors. If you watched all the way up to this point and you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing it. It will be much appreciated. Check also Dividends Daily on Instagram. I have the link in the description. I keep posting all the dividends received, as well as my portfolio's monthly pay date calendar, adjusted for the Revolut app. That was all for now. Until the next one, remember to stay positive and never compare your progress to others. Bye.